homefinance.com.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going down? It is what is today? Wednesday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man. We're coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. 7milecasino.com is the website. Come on down, just 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. Blackjack, poker over here in a smoke-free environment. Sammy's Restaurant and Bar over here. Great food, good stiff drink. You're going to have a lot of fun. Beautiful view of the Bay of Chula Vista. You're going to love it. 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. All right, before we get started, I want to just ask you guys, Alex, just one more time here, since we kind of include everybody who watches and listens in on show business. Tomorrow, I will be on Radio Row from the LA Convention Center. In fact, I talked to our boy Craig Dato this morning. Dato went up today to go up to Radio Row, and he said he left this morning at 4:45 a.m. and got to the LA Convention Center at about 6:15. Like he flew.
Not
there
bad.
was no traffic. No, none at all.
It's pretty good.
I don't know that I'm leaving at 4:45 a.m.
You should.
Do you think so?
All it takes is one patch of traffic to tear everything up. Because once you hit a roadblock, it's gonna back up after that. So listen.
It's like you either get there early and be good, or deal with traffic, and who knows what time you get there.
Yeah. But if I left my house at say like 5:30, can I get to the convention? Well, can I get to downtown LA by 7:30? 7:45? 5:30 a.m. You don't think I can get there in 2.5 hours?
All right, go ahead then.
You don't think so, Playboy?
Nah, Playboy. I don't think you can do that, Playboy.
Why not, Playboy?
You taking the chance. You putting the thing in your own hands, dog. You might want to just go ahead and leave a little bit early.
But I got parking. Like I don't have to struggle to find parking. I have a parking pass for LA Live. You know, that's a small perk of working for ESPN. Although every time I go there, I go to use my parking pass, and when I leave, they're like, "Oh, your parking pass doesn't work, $30." So I actually sent a text today to the manager up at ESPN. And I was like, "Yo, A, can I park there at the office?" They're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "B, can somebody get my parking card to work?" So they said, "I'm good now. I'm ready to roll." Nice. So come on, 5:30. If I left my house at 5:30 in the morning, I can't get to LA by 7:30.
What time do you think LA started rolling for work in the morning?
I'd say 6:15, 6:30.
So by the time you're going to downtown Los Angeles, so I would say the amount of traffic that you're looking to hit, you're going to hit traffic. If you leave at 5:30, you'll probably hit traffic around 6:40, 6:35.
Where will I be? Let's see.
Here's
how fast you drive.
Here's what happened to me when I went on Sunday.
Tell me.
I left my house at 10 a.m. I left your house probably about 10:40. I got to like where the Citadel is, the outlets that look like a castle.
Yeah.
I got there. By the time I don't know how long it took me to get there, but it was like no traffic. But when I got from there to get to downtown, it was like another hour.
All right. So maybe I'll leave at 5.
I think you're good at 5.
Yeah, if I leave at 5.
Because dude, you get there early, you get some breakfast, you chill, no big deal. You get there late, you start panicking, bad things happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're an early riser anyways, dude.
That's true. That is true. I am. But 5 is really early. I mean, for me to leave at 5 is really early. Plus, I also have I got to schlep a whole bunch of crap with me. You know what I mean? I got 2 computers, 2 microphones, 2 cameras, not to mention besides what I need for this show, I got to bring all this radio equipment with me too, because I got to broadcast from there later in the day. I mean, I got a lot of crap to schlep.
Just go to the studio.
Well, okay, that's a question for you. Should I do ESPN from the ESPN studios, or should I stay on Radio Row?
No, go to the studio.
100% do the studio.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you guys say that?
Because they don't care to be there, so why should you care to be there for that show?
Yeah. You may be right. Maybe I should just go into the ESPN studios.
Like, why even bother with worrying about connection and microphones and noise?
Right.
And if they don't care to be at Radio Row, then just go across the street where you're parked.
Well, when you say they don't care, I think the other guys on the radio don't care, but I think the management and people care, and I think the listeners kind of care.
Well,
I
then they
don't
should
know.
send somebody to set you up perfectly. So by the
Yeah.
time you start the show, you should be firing on all cylinders.
You know what, man? I like being self-contained. I used to not like being self-contained, but now I like to be self-contained. I'll give you an example. Last night I was driving down the road. This is I went to pick my daughter up at halftime of the Laker game last night. And I'm driving down the road. I turn over to Sirius Satellite Radio, and I'm listening to the Mad Dog radio channel because I'm listening to our boy JT the Brick. Browner, are you familiar with JT the Brick? Do you know who he is?
Feeling you.
No, wrong guy.
Oh, wrong brick.
Yeah, that's Vic the Brick. This is JT the Brick.
Mm.
This is the guy who comes on all the time on our show that you talk to, who he actually refers to you as Browner because he knows who you are, and he's got the Raider background behind him.
Yeah, we talked to him a couple times. I know him.
Yeah. So JT the Brick and I are talking last night, and he's on Radio Row, and I heard his interview with Stephen A. Smith, and it was a great interview. And I sent him a text. I said, "Hey man, that was a really great interview." And he wrote me back. He's like, "Thanks." He sent me a picture of where he was broadcasting from, and he was broadcasting from a regular table in the middle of Radio Row. Nobody's even there because it's nighttime. And he works for Mad Dog on Sirius. And Mad Dog, Alex, you know how like they have those big giant sets for Fox and CBS and everything else? Mad Dog has one of these giant sets at Radio Row. JT's not on there. He's not up on the big set. I don't really know all the details, but he was not particularly happy about it. And I don't want to put words in his mouth, but here's what I said to him. I go, dude, you got to look at this all differently. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you choose not to be up on that set. You choose not to be separated from the real people. You're down on the real Radio Row. You're down there talking to the people. People can have access to you. They can hug it out. They can fist bump you, etc. That's why you're down there. Don't let them say that they didn't set you up there. You tell them you didn't want to be up there.
No, put me up there.
Yeah, that's kind of the way he felt too.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Yeah, I mean, because he's been up there already,
Mm-hmm.
and because he's worked for them currently,
Mhm.
I'd be like, yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
Is anybody using it when he's on air?
No.
Yeah,
That's even
a
worse.
slap
Oh,
in
I
the
know.
nose.
He was pissed.
That's like Browner calling him Vic to his face.
Right. I know, Browner. Like
What?
poor guy felt insulted as it was, and now you're insulting him by calling him
Are you
feeling
Are you excited about going, Scott?
I was excited about going, and I did tell you guys that the reason I wanted to go up there is because I had all this FOMO. But now that I'm thinking to myself, like, gosh, it's Thursday
actually
morning.
have to do it.
I got to go schlep up there. I'm going to be up there literally all day.
You got to come back.
Then then after the show tomorrow night, then I'm going to get done. I'm going to go over to the NFL Experience and do a whole bunch of stuff over there. And then by the time I get in my car and I come home, I probably won't leave LA till 10 o'clock. I won't be home till midnight.
And you have to do the LA stuff, the ESPN LA stuff.
I
That's
don't
why you're
have
going?
to. No, I'm going because I got a lot of friends that come into every Super Bowl every year from all different parts of the country, and they're all going to be there. And I said, I'll come up tomorrow and say hello to everybody and be around. And, now that I think about it, maybe the better thing to do is just to sit here and just keep doing what we're doing, where we go up to LA on Zoom with our guys, our correspondents up there. I mean, I don't really have to go.
I mean, I'm going, so if you want, I'll go up tonight. You don't have to go.
Boy, that sounds pretty good. Now, why can't you and me go together? What's the problem with you and me going together?
I don't know what it's going to sound like being connected on the same network, if there's going to be a delay or anything like that.
There will be an echo because there's no soundboard.
I don't think there's going to be an echo. I genuinely don't. I just think that in person, there's no delay. But on the iPad, I can hear a quarter of a second delay right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear my voice here, and then I can hear it over there, like right after. So that's might throw a guest off that has no radio experience. Whereas to me and you, I don't think it'll throw us off. If that makes any sense.
Is that jacket that's on your chair behind you, is that a Los Bukis jacket?
Yes.
Okay. Will you be wearing that on Radio Row?
I don't think so, because then I won't be able to go anywhere because people think I'm part of the band. I'm the new drummer or something. But yeah, it is I don't know. It's a dope jacket. Have you seen it?
It is dope. Yeah, it looks like a jacket that I wore in high school. I used to have one of those shiny jackets. Yeah, I used to have one of those shiny jackets when I was in high school.
You know what? My fiance's always like, "Why don't you wear it out?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I should."
Dude, can I borrow that and wear it tomorrow?
You want to borrow my jacket and wear it tomorrow?
Yeah.
only if you actually wear it.
I promise you, I will wear it.
You're not gonna wear that.
No, I promise you, I will.
Dope jacket.
It is dope. AF. If you let me borrow that Los Bookies jacket, I will wear it tomorrow.
I think that jacket's too important to you. I wouldn't do it.
What size is it?
It's a 2X actually, but it runs small, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Letterman jacket, so it's like all the way up here, anyways.
Yeah,
you know
that jacket runs small, and I'm running big nowadays. So why not? Why not?
Ooh.
Yeah, heavy, like heavy D, heavy K. You understand what I'm saying, Brown?
Oh, my fiance, the door's open today. The dog is having some stomach issues, so the door to the studio is open, and she just texted me, the jacket was $150. No one is borrowing it. LOL.
Told you.
Come on, Mar. You don't trust me to rock the Los Bookies jacket? You know how much street
Told
cred
you.
I would have?
Mar, Scott says, what? You don't trust him? Yeah. Okay, she goes, okay, yeah, I trust Scott.
Okay, but
Not Browner.
That's great. Hey, just think about the street cred that I will have in LA if white guy like me is walking around rocking a Los Bookies jacket. You know how much street cred I would have, dude?
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
Probably a lot. I would look definitely cool if I did it.
I think white guy rocking the Los Bookies Letterman jacket, red and shiny like that
especially
gives me tremendous street cred.
Especially because it looks like it's from the 90s.
Yeah.
So people probably like, dude, this guy found that at a Goodwill or at like one of those trendy like secondhand stores, you know?
Yeah.
At a speakeasy apothecary store.
No, but the truth of the matter is, got the Los Bookies jacket in Oakland.
At the Coliseum.
Hell to the yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Hey, listen, we're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. It's Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man broadcasting on the airwaves. Yeah, I think I'm still going to go. I think I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do it. Broadcasting on the airwaves of ESPN 1090. So anywhere in Southern California, you can get us on radio. Tonight we'll be on television. Channel 4 San Diego is our home base, part of the Cox Yourview network, but it's Channel 4 Santa Barbara, 118 in Orange County and in LA if you've got Cox or Spectrum Cable, and you can get us whenever you want us on all the different audio podcast platforms. Okay, so guys, listen. Last night, I decided that I really wanted to watch two things. I wanted to watch the Laker game because I thought to myself, this is a monster game. You have the defending world champions. You have Giannis, the two-time MVP. You've got on the other side the home team, LeBron, AD, the controversy of Russ. And I thought to myself, I really want to see if the Lakers can step up and give us any hope that they might do something, because Browner said yesterday on the show that the Lakers are built for a 7-game series, and that when they get into a 7-game series, if everybody's healthy, they're trouble. And I just don't understand that, because last night I saw the Lakers get annihilated, humiliated. I mean, Milwaukee scored nearly 80 points in just the first half. I legit thought they might score 140 or 150 points last night against the Lakers. And yeah, late in the game with LeBron, who's already decided to check out of the game, it's over. Late in the game, all the young guys start making a run, start coming back. They're down by 10. And as soon as the Lakers are down by 10, what does LeBron do? Takes off his hoodie. Hey, I'm coming back in. We got a legit chance to win. As soon as LeBron came back in the game, it went from like a 10-point lead for Milwaukee immediately to like a 16, 18-point lead for Milwaukee. So LeBron coming off the bench after already checking out for the night did nothing for the Lakers. So I wanted to watch the Laker game, but I also wanted to watch a little bit of the Winter Olympics last night. Let me ask you guys a question before we get into the Lakers. Are you guys putting in any time at all? Browner, I know it's Coastal Elite Winter Olympics. Are you guys watching any of the Winter Olympics at all?
Hold on.
No.
Can I be Browner again?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna kick back. All right. Here
we go.
No,
I'm not. Although, yes, I am. I am actually. I watched Shaun White, his final run in the half pipe yesterday, qualify for the final, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I watched Michaela Schifrin again fall in the slalom. Yeah, man. Listen, you're talking to the guy that watched all 3 hours of the opening ceremony on Peacock. Okay. So I'm in on Winter Olympics.
So I'm watching the Winter
Shaun
Games.
White homies. I don't know why y'all, but I'm not a big fan. I didn't watch none of
You
it.
and Shaun White are homies?
Shaun White was one of the coolest interviews we did on 1090. Like, He was just so nice.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
He was really nice.
That was back when Jim Steig, who was on earlier this week, was doing the Shaun White, like, I don't know, exhibition series. I might have been at like Dodger Stadium, as I recall. But I was watching last night this, and I don't even know what they call the sport necessarily. It's ski jumping, but it's like trick ski jumping. Does anybody know what they call that
Is
in the
it
Winter Olympics?
freestyle skiing?
Maybe. So they have these kids, right? And there's this massive, massive downhill, this ramp. And then there's this huge jump, right? And the kids, and I say kids because they're all like really young kids.
They're all like from Mammoth.
Well, they're all from like around the world, but every time they show you these kids, they're like, yeah, he's 19 years old. He's 21 years old. He's 23. Like they're all young kids. So they start out and they're like skiing backwards down this huge hill, getting massive amounts of speed. Then they hit the jump, and in the middle of the air, they're holding onto their skis, they're flipping around, they're doing somersaults, and then they land backwards and ski down the hill, the rest of the hill backwards. Unbelievable athletes. Incredible. But I got to say, I'm watching the Winter Olympics last night, and when the wide shot pans out, you realize that they've built this giant ski jump amongst all of the like nuclear power plant stack pipes.
Like where Homer Simpson works.
Yeah, I don't get the Simpsons reference, but
Okay.
please help me.
Homer Simpson works at a nuclear power plant in like Springfield, Illinois.
Didn't
Got
know.
big old stacks, like just like no.
I didn't know. Imagine this. Imagine if, okay, there's a great picture. I'm glad you're showing this. I literally took a screenshot last night off my television of the big smokestack over there that's got the Beijing Olympic rings all over it. Like, what the hell? That's the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen. They built this massive ski jumping hill amongst what looks like nuclear power plant stacks. Could you imagine if during the Olympics, when they come back to LA, could you imagine if they were in Carson, and you know where all the smokestacks are in Carson,
Yeah.
right off the freeway? Could
Yep.
you imagine if they built like a track right there? And they're like, yeah, it's a beautiful day here in LA, but look at all these smokestacks. Alex is showing a great picture of it right now. There's the what it looks like right now with the Olympics there, and then there's the what it looks like when the Olympics aren't there.
No, you could see the jump right in the middle, that white streak.
Wait, I thought
no.
the top picture is what they built, and the bottom picture is
No,
what
the
it
bottom
normally looks
picture
like.
is a zoomed out picture.
Oh, now I see it. Oh, okay, got it. Oh my God, dude. Browner, you have no idea what you're missing. The Olympics in the middle of a nuclear power plant in China.
I got a good idea what I'm missing. I got a real good idea. Real good idea. Your detailed explanation about skiing backwards just blew my socks off.
Really? Well, you see there it is, Alex.
My
There
socks
it is.
off.
There it is. I don't have much interest in the Winter Games. You're blowing my socks off. Speaking of socks, Browner, here they are.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out.
Take a look
All
at
right,
these
Aaron
things.
Rodgers.
Was that a
Stop
12
showing
pack?
your feet, man.
Is
that
that
a
a 12 pack?
12 pack of socks.
Mm-hmm.
These are the best socks. I get them at Costco.
Kirkland.
They're Pumas. They are the
You
best.
fancy dog.
Oh yeah, I'm Coastal Elite.
By the way,
Yeah.
this is where Homer Simpson works. Do you
Let me
get the
see.
reference now?
Oh, now I get it. But I
Okay.
never watched The Simpsons, so
Right. Well, there you go.
yeah. So anyway, I decided I was going to watch the Lakers.
Dude, Kirkland underwear too.
Yeah.
Just that's all I buy now. I
Really?
threw away everything else.
Do a price comparison on the Kirkland underwear versus the Manscaped underwear, and then get back to me. Because if the Manscaped underwear is anywhere near the same price,
Yeah.
you go with the
No,
Manscaped
but the
all day.
Manscaped underwear are like fancy, like comfy. Like they just feel like a different level. You know,
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
feel a different level.
Those are his date night underwear.
Yes. Yes.
No, but I'm telling you right now, when you use our promo code Great Friends and you get 20% off and you get the free shipping, and then they give you the 50% off on the next 3-pack, I promise you this right now. Oh, look, Alex is showing it to us right now. He's got the Manscaped panties right there. Take them out.
These? You want
Oh,
these?
Yeah, what size are they?
Large.
Oh, dude, if you could send the underwear with Browner, the microphone, the camera, and the Los Bookies jacket, man, you'd be making my night. Look at how good those look.
Like I don't think people can feel. Obviously, kid can't feel, but the material is really top notch.
It is. It is. I'm telling you right now.
Obviously,
All
we can't
right, so
feel it.
Alex, a care package for me today. You ready?
Yes.
Los Buki's jacket for street cred.
Okay.
Manscaped underwear for comfort and flexibility.
Okay.
Camera, microphone, and I will go to Radio Row tomorrow and
You
try
have
to do my
you have
thing.
2 Thunderbolts for your laptop to plug in the internet.
I don't even know what no.
The adapter that plugs.
Oh
in
yeah.
the internet.
I
You
think
have
I
2
do.
of them
I think so. Yeah,
for both laptops
I think so.
because we saw how the Wi-Fi was today. So.
Yeah. All right. Hey, listen, manscaped.com. Use our promo code Great Friends. You'll save 20% on all the products, and you'll get free shipping. So check those guys out. Just a quick plug for our people up at Manscaped in Carlsbad, because you mentioned Sean White. Sean White's from Carlsbad. So there you go. All right, there you go. Hey, listen, let's get back and let's talk about what happened last night with the Lakers. Not just the fact that they got smoked. It's who cares? It's the storyline thereafter. It's America pounding on these guys. It's everybody jumping on Russell Westbrook. It's becoming, well, it's just becoming a really interesting story now, more so than ever before. I want to get to that, plus a bunch of Super Bowl stuff we want to get to. Dr. Maxey is going to stop by from iThrive MD. Our boy Craig Mizrak is stopping by. He's the world's biggest Cincinnati Bengals fan. Everybody stay right where you are. This is Kaplan and crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit Cox.com.
We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living. Mondays at 9 on Your View.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry, becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
We use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that. and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live game, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida.
Welcome to 2022. Did you make a New Year's resolution?
We have the top 10 most popular and our advice on the next
Su Vida.
Watch Su Vida Sunday night at 7 on YourView and YourView.com.
Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone. We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego men's basketball fell to Santa Clara on Saturday, 79-66. The Toreros' second half comeback fell short. They trailed as many as 23 late in the first half, then cut the deficit to 10, but Santa Clara was able to keep the lead above 10 for the rest of the game. Marcellus Earlington had 23 points and led the team with 8 rebounds. It was the 18th time this season that Earlington went into double figures and the 6th time this year that he has scored 20-plus points. Earlington ranks 11th in the West Coast Conference in points per game, averaging 13.8. Wayne McKinney had 14 points, including 2 threes and a season-high 4 steals. Jace Townsend added 7 points, 3 assists. The Toreros are now 13-11, 6-5 in the West Coast Conference. USD will take on St. Mary's on Thursday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
When California weather conditions create a high risk for wildfires, electric companies may shut off power in some neighborhoods as a precaution. These public safety power shutoffs could affect homes and businesses and interrupt power to your home, devices, and even our Cox facilities. During a PSPS, we'll work hard to keep customers connected to their Cox services in conditions that are safe for you, our employees, and our community. For information and updates, follow us on Twitter and visit Cox.com.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
All right, great friends. It is a Tuesday afternoon. Kaplan and Crew, along with Grande and the Brown Man, from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. And hey, by the way, guys, for everybody that's been busting my chops, and I get it, a lot of YouTubers are watching the show. There's a lot of people that watch the show on television at night, and they're going, yo, Scott, what happened here, man? When you were back at your other house, you had this kind of cool looking studio. You had the brick wall behind you. You had the nice bookshelf. Everything was going on. What has happened to your studio? Today, I remember the other day I was asking you guys, who's got a handyman for me? I needed help around. I got a handyman coming here later today. He's going to put up a bunch of the stuff that I need put up, and I'll be like 80% of the way there. But this is a work in progress, pal. Okay, so
make sure my TV to the side when I get there.
I got your TV, dog.
All right.
I got your TV. I got everything you need, man. You come to my house, you take whatever you want.
I like the sound of that.
Mine too.
You want a TV too?
Maybe.
All right. Well, whatever you guys need, you guys can have. I mean, seriously, I got so much extra garbage sitting in my garage right now. I got to get rid of this stuff, and I'd rather give it to friends. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, let's jump in to what happened last night. I made mention of it in the last segment. I wanted to watch the Laker game last night. And I wanted to watch the Olympics last night. I decided that I really wanted to focus in on the Laker game because here's what I thought going into the game last night. LeBron James at home in LA, Super Bowl week, with a lot of people in town who want to try and go to these kinds of games, right? And then you got Giannis and the defending world champions in town. And so this is an interesting game because if the Lakers win, then maybe they're giving you a reason to think that they might do something. But if they lose, and in particular, if they get pounded, reality has to set in. Browner, you said it yesterday, and I tweeted you last night. When you say that the Lakers roster, as it currently sits, is built for a 7-game series, why should I believe, or why should anybody else believe, that in a 7-game series, they can beat a quality opponent, whereas in a 1 game like last night, they get annihilated and destroyed? And ultimately, LeBron has to admit after the game, we're no good and we can't keep up with these guys. So why should I buy this they're built for a 7-game series notion?
Because, I mean, for the casual viewer who doesn't watch a lot of NBA basketball, guys who win championships, unless they're completely, truly driven, they don't really care about the regular season. They all ramp up after the All-Star break. I think that's what you're going to see the Lakers do. This is a complete veteran team who they all know how to win. They've all been in big spots. They've all won games, critical games, deep in the playoff games. LeBron's obviously got 4 championships. When him and AD got to the finals, they were unstoppable. I mean, they played the Heat, who weren't very good at that time, but they were unstoppable. When you get them in a 7-game series healthy, the veterans know how to play. The lack of defense. Now, I don't think they're going to turn into a great defensive team all of a sudden, but I think they will become middle of the pack playoff teams when it comes to defense. And that's all you really need at that level to get to the middle of the pack while your offense continues to be successful. Like, there's nothing really wrong with their offense. It's just Russell Westbrook is playing poorly. So when he can come around, and he will, because he's been in the league long enough, when he comes around, he comes out of this slump that he's in, I think people are going to change their tune real quick.
All right. Well, I don't. I can't see it. I mean, I just can't see it. I don't see how the Lakers can go from getting humiliated and annihilated last night.
But that's a good team. But let's do this. If you see the Lakers in the NBA Finals against the Bucks, it's not going to look like that. The Bucks will probably win. Don't get me wrong, but it won't look like that.
Well, then let me ask.
What are we doing right now?
Well, we just asked me a question. I'm answering.
I know, but it's like, what are we wasting our time and the viewers' time with a conversation about the Lakers in the finals and the Lakers in the playoffs? This is a bubble team that will be lucky to make the play-in game. And part of the problem with the Lakers is their mentality that Browner's talking about, that we'll just turn it up after the second half. And we know how to win. And we are a veteran team, and we just know. That's part of the problem. Because Russell Westbrook last night, after the game, where he was like, I shouldn't have to hit a benchmark to close out games. I've done enough in my time as in the NBA to be in a closing lineup. It's like, so just because you're Russell Westbrook and you're playing like absolute garbage, but your name is Russell Westbrook, so you deserve to be in the lineup.
Mhm.
That's the Lakers' problem.
I
That
agree.
is the
I
Lakers'
agree with you. In fact, I was watching that press conference last night, and I heard Russell Westbrook first complain about nobody knows what the lineup is. Nobody knows who's going to be playing. Nobody knows who's going to be starting. Nobody knows who's going to be closing the game. Like his first complaint is the coach makes these decisions and I'm not involved or I don't know what my role is going to be. So that was first he started to air out Frank Vogel. The second part of the problem is what you were just saying. I have earned the right to be part of the closing lineup of a game because they're giving Russell Westbrook a hard time. Like, dude, why are you not playing in the fourth quarter? I don't know, coach's decision. But my name and my career and my stats and my history, I have earned the right to be on the floor at that time. In fact, there's this one moment during the game where LeBron and AD are sitting on the bench and Westbrook comes over to the two of them and he like has his hands on both of their shoulders and then he puts his hand on LeBron's head. And he said after the game, he was telling them, hey, I came here to try and help you guys, but I can't help you if I'm not in the game. And neither one of those guys seemed to react to what Russ was saying. You're right, Alex. This notion of I've been in the league a long time. I've scored a whole bunch of points. I have more triple doubles than anybody else. Therefore, I've earned the right. No, dude, you have not earned the right on this team this season. And you're right. That is the problem that everybody's been walking on eggshells around this guy. Like, hey, we got him. We pay him $44 million. His reputation is this. So we have to all just kiss his ass. Dude, that's got to end at some point, doesn't it?
It's got to end now, Dan, because listen, as a real fan that watches every game, you have to, when you watch games, there is no reason why Russell Westbrook should be closing out a game because Stanley Johnson is playing better than him. Austin Reeves is playing better than him. Malik Monk is playing better than him. And they put effort into both sides of the floor. Russell Westbrook is a liability on defense, will always be a liability on defense. And the older he gets, it's only going to get worse. The guy puts no effort into his assignments on the defensive end whatsoever. And on offense, if Russell Westbrook is not being aggressive, which right now he currently has the yips in basketball. Never seen it, but he's got it.
Yes.
He's got a wide open three. Last night, he was 5 feet from the basket. Giannis didn't even contend him. He's like, shoot it, dude. And he bricked it. Like this guy right now, when he's not aggressive, he's not turning the ball over and he's not aggressive. He's useless. He's useless. The reason why you bring Russell Westbrook is for aggression. And if you get 8 turnovers a game, then you get 8 turnovers a game as long as he's putting up 25 points and dishing the ball out. He is a cancer in this team. He's got to go. I don't care what they get back.
But again, it goes back to my original point about the Lakers this season. If Anthony Davis isn't your best player, the team wasn't going to win the championship. Anthony Davis has been a shell of himself. He's been injured, which again, we know he gets injured all the time. But even when he's playing like last night should have been the AD game.
That's what I thought, Browner. I thought, well, wait a second. If Giannis scored 47 last time these two teams played, and LeBron was not in the lineup that night, and AD only had like 18 or 19 points last time they played, I figured tonight AD's going to come out with his absolute A game.
Yes.
And he's going to either shut down Giannis or he's going to have a big night offensively. And Giannis last night put up, an MVP caliber performance, and AD did not.
Because we keep looking around this roster. We want to blame Russ because that's very easy. It's very easy to do is to blame Russell Westbrook because you can see it. You can see something clearly off with him the way that he's playing basketball. There's nothing wrong with Anthony Davis. There's nothing wrong with him. So why he out there getting dog walked by Giannis? Why are we? Well, not we by we. I don't mean the three of us, but why are people not calling more attention to Anthony Davis? Because when the Lakers are good, people are like, oh, AD. Like you say at ESPN, people, Scott, they call it cheat code. Oh, he's the cheat code. Well, did they not put the code in last night?
Were they playing by the rules last night?
Sometimes you got to play fair.
Oh, okay. Because does Giannis look like he had the cheat code last night? So
Actually, last night was since he came back last night. Last night was his worst game since coming back. Because he's actually been playing really well.
AD.
AD has been playing very, very well up until last night.
But you can't. If you were to tell me AD played he's been terrible, but he played an amazing game last night, that would have been more important to me because that's who you're going to have to beat at the end of the season to be in a championship contention.
But that's my point. There's no championship contention.
Yeah, I agree.
There is no playoff. Dude, they are a play-in team because it doesn't. Listen, Russell Westbrook, when you talk about big three, he's not in a big three. He's part of the problem. There's two, and the rest of the roster is trash. It is trash. When you are relying on guys like Stanley Johnson, who signed 3 10-day contracts before getting signed to a guarantee deal. When you're relying on Austin Reeves, who's an undrafted kid, a rookie. When you're relying on those guys, when you're relying on Malik Monk, who's on a veteran minimum because nobody else wanted him, even though he's playing way better than that. Like, that is a problem. Everybody you brought in, DeAndre Jordan, a waste.
Terrible.
Trevor Ariza, a waste. Kent Bazemore, a waste. Who's the other dude? I don't even forgot. The guy never.
Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard doesn't do anything.
Dwight Howard plays, but there's another
Not
guy
much.
on the team that's
He doesn't do
Yeah,
much.
but there's another guy on the team that I'm forgetting right now.
Avery
It's just
Bradley?
awful. Bradley, awful. There's another one too. Awful.
Who's the guy that they signed that has not played for them at all this year at all? It's just-
Bazemore?
Yeah, Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, no, but there's another guy too. Like literally, like nothing has worked for this team. Wayne Ellington.
Wayne
Like,
Ellington.
just,
Oh, God.
dude, like you can't. I think it's incredibly telling that when the Lakers made a run, and by the way, against the Bucks starters in the fourth quarter, it was AD, Monk, Reeves, Johnson, and THT.
Mhm.
Everybody under the age of 28.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not a surprising thing watching this team play. The only one that's really kind of worked is Melo, just because he can score, and that's
now
just what
he's
he
hurt.
does. But this whole team, Pelinka needs to be fired. That's what I'm saying. Like, Pelinka needs to go because I said in the first segment, I'll say it again. 16 months ago, he had a championship team that he has deconstructed and got you this.
Well, and don't forget, also 16, after 16 months ago, so call it maybe 14 months ago or 12 months ago, the Lakers were the top team in the Western Conference until LeBron got hurt. And then, it all fell apart. LeBron
Right,
got hurt,
everybody-
AD got hurt.
Pelinka plays the game like he's creating some sort of Madden or NBA 2K roster. They just get collecting the names with the overall rating. He had guys that work in pieces on a championship team, and he got rid of them all because they don't have a name.
Well, and he's got one guy now in Russell Westbrook who again takes all the blame. I'm kind of with you, Browner. Everybody just blames it on Russell Westbrook, but
Yeah, it's easy.
But he's not blameless.
No, he's not blameless. But it's $44 million, which is why you couldn't have so many other role players on the team because all your money went into Russell Westbrook, and then they just had to fill in the roster with a bunch of what you guys are calling trash, man.
But if you tell me, because this
Mm-hmm.
goes back to this, if you tell me that LeBron is great, he's
Mm-hmm.
older, so I don't put much of emphasis in the regular season on him. If AD is great, like I believe AD is great, this is unacceptable. Like it's just unacceptable. Period. When AD's on the floor, he should be the best player on the floor.
But
I
he's
don't.
not.
I
Not
don't
when Giannis
put that
is
on
the
LeBron
floor.
anymore.
But come on,
LeBron looks old.
He's not Giannis though. I mean, Giannis
Yes,
is
he
so
is.
much better than
See,
AD.
This is where I disagree. I think he is. I honestly believe he's every bit as good as Giannis. His game is just a little different. Giannis is more physical and power. AD's more skill and finesse. But the issue is, in the offense in which they run, which is still totally based on LeBron, who looks old, AD can't go full steam.
LeBron doesn't look old.
Like
LeBron's been
He's had one of the best stretches of his career.
Yeah, he's been playing. I mean, scoring. He's on fire.
And what are we talking about? Them getting blown out? Who had the worst plus minus? You guys like numbers? Nerd
you know
alert.
what?
Who had the worst plus minus last night?
Nerd alert. You ready? Okay, nerd alert. You should be thinking about LeBron the same way you think about Ohtani. Ohtani's one guy who can do a lot of different things. Yet, to your point, Ohtani could not elevate the Angels, so therefore he's trash. LeBron playing great, playing out of his mind, scoring like crazy, but the team still stinks. So shouldn't Ohtani and LeBron be in the same category, Browner?
Two completely different sports.
Yeah, but two completely exact same results.
No, because basketball, one person can dominate every single possession. Ohtani can't do that. He doesn't bat 9 times.
No, but you have said over and over again that he should be by himself. If he's this great, then the Angels should be in the playoffs. LeBron has been that great, and the Lakers still stink.
Well, how come Ohtani isn't undefeated when he pitches and hits?
Is LeBron undefeated?
Of course not. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
NBA and
I actually
TNT had
don't
a
know.
conversation. I don't know why you do that to yourself, Scott. NBA on TNT had a great conversation last night because it was Dwayne Wade and Candace Parker and Shaq last night, and Shaq asked them, "Who's more talented, AD or Giannis?" And everybody responded, AD.
Come on.
The problem is, no, listen, like everybody said, that doesn't mean he's a better player. He's more talented. He could do more on the court, but mentality and aggression and ability and mindset, he don't have it like Giannis has it. So that makes Giannis a much better player. Giannis is a top 3 player in the NBA, not because he's a good shooter, not because he's like all this incredible athlete. It's because he tries way harder than most players on the court. He has that mentality of, you're not going to beat me. AD went into his turtle shell yesterday. And he's done it every time he plays. It becomes evident how much better Giannis is every time they play each other.
Yeah. All right, hold that thought, because I want to hear from LeBron and AD, and I want to hear some of this Russ sound. We'll get to it in a second. Hey, just a quick mention for everybody. I believe this Friday I was going to be down at West Coast BBQ Shop, but I got a call yesterday from Brian Bushfield, and his Big Green Egg rep, who was supposed to come meet us down there, has COVID. People are still getting it. Even though I think we're kind of getting through Omicron and things are going to start to open back up and masks are coming off, et cetera, people are still getting it. So as of right now, Alex, I'm not really sure that I'm going down to West Coast BBQ on Friday, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't come down to West Coast BBQ Shop. Alex was down there Saturday for the big cooking exhibition, getting everybody ready with recipes and all kinds of fun things that you might want to do for this Sunday as you're going to have a party and have people over. Browner was there on Friday, eating everything in sight. In fact, Browner took a lot of heat, and I believe rightly so, for the way he ate that hot dog, where he had the hot dog, and rather than biting the end of the dog, he bit kind of into the middle of the dog. Imagine having a burrito and biting into the middle of the burrito. In fact, how did you phrase it on social media, Alex? Should Browner be canceled?
Be arrested.
Oh, arrested. Russ, how about that, Browner? Jail time, no cancellation. Okay.
Of course, I want to put a black man in jail.
Oh man, why's it got to be like
that? In this case, deservedly so.
Wow. First of all, let me clear something up about this whole hot dog situation, okay? Y'all didn't see the hot dog toppings, okay? You didn't see how far the dog was in the bun. So I couldn't have, if I would have taken a bite from the front of it, I wouldn't have got any hot dog. It would have been all bun and chili. The whole point was to eat all 3 at once, and that's why I did it like that. But you couldn't see that from the angle that you were at. So y'all was out here trashing me on the internet, talking about I don't know how to eat a hot dog, which is ridiculous.
Internet.
Yeah, on the internet.
I had the exact same hot dog, and I ate it like a normal person. Thus, no jail time.
Yeah, like a real man. West Coast BBQ Shop, westcoastbbqshop.com, 2330 Proctor Valley Road. Hey, today's only Wednesday. You got until Sunday. Sauces and rubs and accessories. And by the way, if you mention the Great Friends, you say, hey, Brian, Great Friends, 10% off on Big Green Egg products. So whether it's the Big Green Egg itself or whether it's accessories to go with the Big Green Egg, you're getting 10% savings when you mention Great Friends at West Coast BBQ Shop, 2330 Proctor Valley Road down in Chula Vista. Okay, guys, let's go to some of the post-game press conference because I think the post-game is way more entertaining than the actual game itself. Alex, where should we start? Should we start with LeBron and AD? Should we start with Russ? Who should we go with first here?
Well, we don't have that much time. Let's go with LeBron.
Okay, LeBron. Let's take a look.
Does it hit different in the sense of what?
Does it tell you something deeper about your team compared to?
Yeah, it tells we ain't on their level. I mean, I'd have told you that before the game started.
Do you think you can reach that level?
Where they are right now? I don't know. Do I think we can reach the level where Milwaukee is right now? No. Is that what you want to hear from me?
Yes.
No.
We cannot reach Milwaukee's level.
That's exactly what we wanted to hear from you, LeBron.
That's right.
Yes. An admission that your team is caca and you're not going to go anywhere with this team.
Can we hear any of Russ before we hit the break?
Yeah. Here he is entitled
LeBron and AD on the bench. Do
you have a sense for what benchmarks you have to hit to be in the starting line or the closing lineup more consistently?
I don't got that answer for you, brother. I wish I did. I shouldn't have to hit any benchmark, to be honest. I put a lot of work in. I got a lot of respect in this game. I don't have to hit a benchmark. I shouldn't have to. I earned the right, to be in closing lineups, I mean, numbers will tell you. I don't have to explain that. But like I said, once again, that ain't my decision. That's his decision that he and the staff think is best for the game. And unfortunately, just kind of just got to go with it and figure it out the best way I can and be there for my teammates as much as I can and make sure I come to work and do my job as a professional.
Oh, man, I'll tell you right now, I saw that last night and I went, oh, dude, this
Bring it
thing's
down.
about to get real ugly. Hold your thought, Brown, because we're gonna
gonna
come
go
back and we'll
off.
talk more about it. You want to go off?
I'm going to go off with you.
All right, I'm fitting to hear you go off. And not only
Fitting.
that, I want to tell you something else. You want to know something else I want to get to coming up? Tom Brady retires from the Buccaneers. But has he really truly retired from the NFL? There's a story that's going on out there right now that Brady retired from the Bucs so he could get out of Tampa, which is something that somebody here predicted. We'll get to that story. Plus, Browner fitting to go off. Stick around. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Alive and Well at Your View want to send you and a guest on a fabulous vacation in Hawaii. You'll stay at the luxurious Fairmont Orchid Hawaii and experience their award-winning spa. Enjoy acres of gardens, waterfalls, an oceanfront pool, and white sand beach. Winners will also receive Sambucol Black Elderberry products to complete your wellness journey. Visit aliveandwell.tv for your chance to win.
Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Vondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
University of San Diego men's basketball fell to Santa Clara on Saturday, 79-66. The Toreros' second half comeback fell short. They trailed as many as 23 late in the first half, then cut the deficit to 10, but Santa Clara was able to keep the lead above 10 for the rest of the game. Marcellus Erlington had 23 points and led the team with 8 rebounds. It was the 18th time this season that Erlington went into double figures and the 6th time this year that he has scored 20-plus points. Erlington ranks 11th in the West Coast Conference in points per game, averaging 13.8. Wayne McKinney had 14 points, including 2 threes and a season-high 4 steals. Jace Townsend added 7 points, 3 assists. The Toreros are now 13-11, 6-5 in the West Coast Conference. USD will take on St. Mary's on Thursday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live game, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really, really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrack, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really, really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years. And he started this business out of a studio apartment. And look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry, becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
We use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Black history represents integrity, character, strength, dependency, leadership, so many things. I am attorney Stephen Nwobe. I'm the owner and managing attorney of Nwobe Law Group. We are a personal injury law firm here in Las Vegas, Nevada. When I mentor young Black children or the Black youth here in our community, there's some key lessons that I want them to take away from that mentorship. And those things are, I want them to be confident, I want them to be well-grounded. I want them to understand that they will grow up in a society that will demand more of them than their peers. I want them to know that they'll have to work twice as hard to become successful. I want people to know and understand that Black history is not only for Black people. Black history is American history, and Black history should be celebrated year-round.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.